What's up, people? Joe Winko here, your favorite Hawaiian guy, and here's my next episode of Joe Winko Talk. I'm gonna try to keep this a short episode of Joe Winko Talk. There's actually a lot of stuff I've been wanting to say in this episode. I haven't done a new video for YouTube in a while, and the first thing I want to say is that I'm really sorry to all my YouTube followers who I forgot to do birthday gaming live streams for. I always try to do a gaming live stream on my YouTube followers' birthdays, and I'm really sorry I haven't done any this month or this past month. It's just that I've been really out of it lately because of this coronavirus stuff. But if I get the chance to, I definitely will make up for it. Really. I'll do a live stream celebrating your birthday on another day. I promise that I will, honestly, and I'm really sorry about that too. So, as I was saying earlier, I've been really out of it because of all this coronavirus, COVID-19 stuff that's been going on. And what I've really been noticing is the way that all of this is being handled is absolutely not good. I mean, to start with, the thing that blows my mind probably the most is how the hospitals are running out of protective equipment like masks and stuff like that because because citizens and civilians are buying up all the masks before they could get them. And that just blows my mind because what I always thought was that all the protective equipment, like masks and stuff like that, I always thought that that would get sent directly to hospitals and that citizens and civilians would not have access to buying all that. So that was one thing that blew my mind. I don't understand why the hell that's going on. I don't understand why the hell they're not mass producing this stuff at higher rates, honestly, like hand sanitizer and other stuff that people need to protect themselves. It doesn't make sense at all. So that just shows you how flawed this whole system is. That's stuff I never really thought of before, but that's how I always figured that that kind of things worked, and it's probably because of my autism that I think that way, but it's really fucked up that that actually isn't true at all. And I've been trying to stay hopeful about the coronavirus this whole entire time, and I'm hoping, this is what I believe, and this is what I seriously hope. I hope it ends sooner than this, but I'm hoping that this will end by June, that things will start heading back to normal by June, because they already are working on this rapid antiviral, well, this rapid blood tests that test your body for antibodies in your blood to tell whether or not you've been exposed to coronavirus and whether or not you're susceptible to contracting it, or if you have antibodies in your blood showing that you've been exposed to it. I actually been sharing a lot about the coronavirus on Twitter. If any of you guys are following me on Twitter, you would know that I'm not dead at all because I've been tweeting so much stuff there about the coronavirus this whole entire year, honestly. And I just really want all of this to come to an end, honestly. But I'm thinking by June, that's when things will start heading back to normal and the situation will start to resolve. Because another thing I read was that Japan is actually working on antivirals. They already have one antiviral out. I forgot the name of it because I wasn't really planning on talking about it that much in this video, but I did share it on Twitter. I'll add it in during post-production. It's already in stage 3 of the trials and everything, which is the last phase that it needs to be in before it's available to the public, and I heard that they're ramping up production of that. That's what I read online, and I seriously hope to God that that's actually true. You guys remember the stranger who took me on the road trip to Arkansas a long time ago, and to Ohio the year after that, and to Virginia the year after that? I've been texting him a lot about the coronavirus, and he sent me this map or this graph that shows when each of the states are expected to reach their peak in the coronavirus cases. I'm going to show it right here, and I'm also going to have a link to it in the pinned comments of this video. Here it is. I honestly hope that it ends sooner than that, but that's, according to this map, that's when all the states are each predicted to reach their peak. But as I said earlier, I'm hoping it ends sooner than that, which is why I think it'll be over by June, because it seems like the last days on that map are the end of May, and by then all the states will have their peak of the coronavirus. It also sucks that it's going to take them so long to make a vaccine, but I just think that once they have an antiviral treatment out and ready for people to take to eliminate the virus from your body and stop it from replicating, which exactly is what the antiviral treatment is supposed to do, that's when we're finally going to start seeing all this come to an end. I didn't really want to do that many videos about the coronavirus. So far, all my episodes of Joe Winko Talk have been about the coronavirus, almost all of them for year 2020, and it's just really messed up, and I just want it all to end, just like everyone else. So, let me explain to you guys my personal situation right now. For those of you who don't know, my adoptive parents sent me down to Florida to live with their relatives, and I'm living with them right now. I mean, if they were biological to me, they would be my uncles. Two other men live in this house with me, and usually I'm always here by myself because they're always running around and doing other stuff. But since this whole stay-at-home order, they're now here with me now, and in case you guys might have forgotten, I have type 1 diabetes. So apparently that makes me like more susceptible to complications, but I've been doing more research on diabetes and coronavirus. It's really only if your blood sugars are high, and I've been keeping a watchful eye on my blood sugars and everything, making sure to take enough insulin, as I always do, but an even more watchful eye on it now. But also I've been trying to keep my distance from them because both of them keep coughing every night, and like this whole coronavirus thing, another thing that sucks about it is it's really difficult to get tested for the coronavirus. You can't just like walk in or order a test at all. I heard of that in Seattle, but I don't know how you would do that in Florida, order a test for it. And another thing is I wouldn't want to go into any center and get tested for the coronavirus because then I might be risking my health and exposing myself to it there. So it's really messed up, but as I said earlier, I've been keeping my distance from my adoptive parents' relatives. They're actually home right now, and usually I don't really do any YouTube videos while my adoptive parents' relatives are home, but you know what? I don't even care at all. I'm going to keep doing them as much as I can, really. As you guys can see right now, I didn't shave my face at all or anything, so I look a bit unkept right now, but just to show that I've been worried about all this coronavirus stuff. And another thing that I've been worried about, and this is also because of my autism mind, you guys remember that episode of Joe Winko Talk I did last year in 2019 about 4 being an unlucky number because in the Japanese language, the same word that translates to 4 is the same word that translates to death. Right now it's April, and April is the 4th month of the year, and they're predicting that this is going to be when the most people die of coronavirus. And it's year 2020 right now. It's a leap year. Leap years happen every 4 years. And also, I'm 24 years old. And I mean, I know that might sound silly, but that's another thing that's been creeping me out lately. And another thing I really want to say, because I want to make sure that people know this in case I don't make it at all. Donald Trump says worst, like, best case scenario, if only 100,000 people die, that we won and that we beat the virus. I just want to let all of you know that after this whole coronavirus stuff ends, and if I end up dying of the coronavirus, and Donald Trump honestly gets on TV and says that only 100,000 people died of coronavirus, we won, or any number of people, I'd be really pissed off. And even if I didn't die of coronavirus and Donald Trump got on TV and said that we won, only this number of people died, I don't care how many people, I'd be pretty pissed off, honestly, because I cannot stand Donald Trump. But this video isn't about that, but I just wanted to say that in this video. I think it's pretty unlikely that I would die from coronavirus, but quite a bit of me also believes that it might actually happen. But if it actually did, it would be a very, very, very cruel twist of fate. Because there's quite a bit of stuff I haven't talked about in my YouTube videos yet that I'm going to mention right now, and quite a bit of stuff that I already did discuss in my YouTube videos. As far back as I can remember, the first time I ever tried suicide was when I was 14 years old, when my biological uncle, Romario, went into a coma, and that was in 2010. When I found out that he died in 2012, in November, I tried suicide again, and at that time I was ready to die. Like, I wanted to be gone, and I wasn't afraid of my life at all, obviously. And then 2014, I tried suicide again due to different reasons, but I still was sad about losing my uncle. I did a video about that, and I'll have a link to that in the pinned comments. I was ready to die that night, and I was excited to be back with my uncle again. But I ended up surviving, and I remember being angry about surviving. Then 2015, when the stranger, not the same stranger who actually took me to Arkansas, but when I almost ran away to Arkansas forever, and I thought I was going to die in Arkansas, and I remember walking out to that abandoned parking lot where they were going to pick me up from, and ready to die, and wanting to be gone forever. But I didn't end up dying then, because they drove off and left without me. I was ready to die that night, and I wouldn't have died that night, but I was ready to die at that time, and I was mad that I didn't get to die in Arkansas back then. Then, in 2017, when I thought I was going to become homeless and die, I was ready to die then. I mean, because I didn't really care about it. Even had someone who was going to drop me off out in a forest where I was going to die, and I was okay with that. I didn't end up dying at all. I was glad at that time, but even though I was ready for it then. And then, summer 2018, another thing I haven't talked about yet. This was the bridge I was going to jump off of. Yep. I'm pretty sure all of you guys seen that bridge before because I talked about it so much. I was ready to die back then because it was a short time in my life. Like, I was just in a really bad mindset and some really messed up stuff was going on for that short while, but I eventually worked my way through it, and I didn't end up jumping off that bridge, and I was glad about it. And here we are in 2020. I finally, definitely do not want to die at all. Finally starting to appreciate life. And finally starting to enjoy life. It has its ups and downs, but I managed to work my way through it. But finally starting to appreciate it. and then this coronavirus stuff starts happening. It would be a cruel twist of fate if I actually did end up dying from it. A very cruel twist of fate. And I just want to let all of you guys know, I know I haven't done a new video for YouTube in a while, but if I ever end up finding out that I have coronavirus, you guys will absolutely know, because I'll definitely announce it and get on YouTube and start streaming about it. I can do that with my phone. And if I ever end up dying of coronavirus, you guys will still know if you seriously want to find out, because there haven't been that many deaths of people in their 20s from coronavirus in the USA so far, but I'm pretty sure that if I died of it, it would be on the news. If they say that there's a 24-year-old man in Pinellas County, Florida, who died of the coronavirus, and if I don't get out there and let you guys know, or post on Twitter or something, if you don't see me letting you guys know that it wasn't me, then it was me then. I just want to remind you guys. And another thing is, I'm going to be releasing something, because there's an option on YouTube to schedule a video to post. But if I end up dying of coronavirus, I won't be able to stop this video from posting, because I won't be alive to stop it from posting. It's going to be something that I plan on releasing, and I don't want to tell you guys what it is. It's nothing bad, honestly, and I plan on releasing it anyway, even if I do survive coronavirus. I just wasn't going to release it to you guys yet, because there was some more stuff I was planning on doing with it. But it's something that I'm going to be releasing, and if I end up dying and it ends up being posted, the video that I'm scheduled to post, you guys will be able to see it right away. If I don't end up dying, then you guys will still be able to get it and everything, but it just won't be released till a tad bit while later. I mean, I'm not sure if this makes sense. I'm trying to explain it, but I have difficulty explaining stuff sometimes. I'm not going to tell you guys what it is. It's nothing bad at all, but I will say this. It will be a way to keep me alive forever. But yeah, that's all I'm going to say right now. So that's it for this episode of Joe Winko Talk. Sorry it was like really gloomy and really personal. There was just some stuff that I wanted to make sure that I said on video, with all this crazy stuff going on, and made sure that you guys would get to see all this and everything. So that's basically it for this episode of Joe Winko Talk. I hope you guys all stay safe out there. Make sure to wash your hands. Don't touch your mouth. Don't touch your nose. Don't touch your eyes. And make sure to follow the social distancing. Everyone should follow this. Everyone should stay at home and avoid large crowds and everything. Wear a mask if you have one. Keep yourself safe. That's my advice to all of you, because I don't want anyone to die of this, honestly. Anyone else, because too many people already have. And that's it for this episode of Joe Winko Talk. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to comment. Don't forget to subscribe. And don't forget to like me on Facebook and follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Tumblr.